was on the football team. I didn't do a lot of I just didn't do a lot of frat parties. I was the guy in the stairwell, like writing songs all night long, and people in the dorm room, and people come sit up and down the stairwell. I would now go to the parties, maybe the football party, and I was a football player, but I wasn't the big star football player at Clemson. So, but when I pulled out the guitar, I was able to grab a little bit more attention.
I'm just trying to envision this orientation, the summer going into freshman year. I mean, the girls must have just been going crazy. Did you have a high school girlfriend at the time?
No, I didn't actually. Well, I kind of.
I mean, a girlfriend you had in high school, and you got together.
Yeah, we broke up like the day I went to college. I'm not sure exactly how.
Well,
that happened,
it's the guitarist's fault.
That's right. The power of the guitar.
That's right. Well, so take me through this. Did you play all 4 years at Clemson?
I played a year and a half there.
You got injured,
and
right?
yeah, I got hurt, and it just was like my goal, growing up was to play at Clemson. I got a lot of offers to play at some small schools and stuff, but my goal was to play there. And so,
you grew up in South Carolina?
I grew up in South Carolina, and so I wanted to play there. And I earned a position there. I earned a starting position. And so at that point, when I got hurt, it was like, okay. And then it just wasn't going to get better. My elbow just got completely kind of destroyed. So
did that affect you playing the guitar at all?
No, it's not that. It's just kind of a violent thing. When you're snapping a ball, really,
Right.
I just can't do that no more.
Yeah.
And I knew that, so I just decided to.
Were you still involved with the team?
Yeah,
being on the sidelines?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
For the rest of that year and even the next year, and then I decided, then I left and I came to Nashville. And
what? How old were you? Was that after sophomore year?
I was 21 and I came to Nashville in 2001.
Wow.
And I was like, I had a year to go at Clemson. I was in civil engineering, and it's a 5-year program there.
You
it's
serious?
a big engineering school there.
Man, you're smart.
And I had a year to go, and I was like, of course, when I called my daddy, and I said, all right, so Daddy, I'm going to move to Nashville. He said, do what? What'd you say? You got a year to go, son. And, I wouldn't necessarily, tell anybody else to do that, but I just knew when I came and visited for a spring break, I just knew this is what I was going to do.
Did you have some friends here who you crashed with?
Yeah, I did, actually. And Reba's niece actually was the roommate. She was a writer in town, and she was a roommate of a girl that I knew, a friend from home. And
Reba's niece.
Reba's niece,
okay.
Autumn McIntyre. And she's really, that's the reason I ever came to town. And I ever met anybody was through my friend, Mary Alice, and then her roommate, Reba's niece, Autumn.
Well, did you have money stored away, or did you?
No. This was a visit for a spring break. I just came up here with no money, stayed with a friend, and in that week met a publisher and met my producer. There was.
If you would have went to Panama City Beach with all your other friends from Clemson, this wouldn't have happened. You'd be a civil engineer.
That's right. I might be a civil engineer back home pulling wire for my daddy, but this is where I had to be. So when I came and visited, I knew within. It was just like, this is what I'm going to do, period.
Wow. Okay. And when did you meet your wife?
Well, I met her a few years later, actually on another type of a break or whatever, one of those breaks. And I was down in Myrtle Beach, where I'm from, and I was hanging out sort of in my own territory. And, in Myrtle Beach, folks come from a long way to visit for a week. They'll do this big week. And so Ohio and Indiana, I remember meeting all kind of people from those places. Mm-hmm. And so she's from Ohio, and she was down with a family vacation, and I met her one night. It was raining, and there was nobody on the beach except us, me and her. And she walked by. And
was it one of those things where both your parents were bonding, and they said, "Hey, you got to meet my daughter"?
No. She was randomly walking on the beach. Well, I can't believe that because she's pretty paranoid about everything in life, and I can't believe she was walking down the beach by herself, and she can't either. But she's like, "I was young. I don't know what I was thinking."
Is she a model? Because I saw you guys at the Grammys, sitting in the seats, and I wasn't looking at you. I'm like, whoa, she's gorgeous.
She's
very sweet,
unbelievably gorgeous. I think she might have done a modeling thing back in the day, but she's a little tiny short girl. So.
Okay.